Do you wonder how you can get a remote job for full-time RV life?
Last summer I was working remotely for a healthcare company, and while the job didn't work out, we learned a ton about remote jobs and full-time RV life. One of our biggest lessons learned, and I know there are so many of you out there that are working remote jobs and traveling full-time, and for us it just didn't work very well for me to be working a Monday through Friday, because then we had to use our Saturdays and Sundays to travel. It was exhausting. I felt like I had no time off, and I also felt like we didn't really have time to explore. But in addition to that, we were having to pay for our sites each week so that I could have a place to have solid internet and to be working. So because of that, this time when I was looking for a job, I was definitely more conscious of the schedule. I was more conscious of who I was going to be working for. And I found a really, really good job, and I actually found it really quickly. And I'm so grateful to God. I just want to encourage you to trust His plan when you're looking for a remote job, because I've received a lot of messages of people saying that they've been looking and looking and they can't find anything, but He will provide the perfect job in the perfect time if that's His will for you. One thing I've learned the hard way this summer is when you are working remotely and you're hit with a heat wave with super high humidity for 7 to 10 days, which is what's happened to us a couple of times, you are stuck inside of your RV. I don't have a way, because Matt's using our one vehicle to go to work. I don't have a way to escape anywhere else. So I'm stuck here in the RV, and I was about to lose my mind with the sound of the air conditioner. Matt came home a couple of days and I was actually in tears because I was so irritated by the sound. I truly felt like I was going to lose my mind. So I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, because you guys have literally saved my sanity in working remotely.
And the sponsor for this video is the RV AC Silencer by Wacko Products. We cannot thank you enough. I personally cannot thank you enough. There were a couple days that I came home that Laurie was on the verge of tears, and this has changed everything. We have these RV air silencers. They are made in the USA. They're made by a company called Wacko Products. So we have one for the living room and one for the bedroom AC. So I'm going to be installing both of these today. So the install was really pretty straightforward. It was pretty easy. There's a ton of videos on YouTube. We're also going to include some footage of doing the installation here. They do provide everything you need, and you're going to take off your old AC cover. You're going to access the hole in your ceiling and do all the work from there. Now there are some brands of ACs out there where you may have to do a little more work. You'll just have to investigate that and do your own research. But ours was pretty straightforward. We just dropped the old cover, and they do provide some foil backing tape. You tape everything up, and really the way it works is it provides some soundproofing baffles in this cover, and it forces the air to kind of make a V shape instead of going straight up or down into your RV. And by doing that, it silences the airflow, and it is so much quieter than even I thought it was going to be. I truly didn't know if it was going to work as well as it does, and when I started the AC for the first time and it kicked on, I was shocked. Now, we didn't do decibel readings and all that, but just by being in here and turning on the AC, we could hear a huge difference. So we truly are thankful. We installed one here in the main living area as well as in our bedroom, and it really does make a difference. So this is with the AC on, the original cover without the Wacko Products AC silencer. We just wanted you to hear how loud that sounds. Now obviously the RV AC silencer is now installed, and hopefully you can hear the difference on the video, but it is so much quieter. All right, so I have to admit that I really was a doubter, and I really didn't think the AC silencer was going to work as well as it does.
Right. I found them and told him about them, and I was thinking they have to work. This is my sanity. I don't know how I can keep working like this with how loud the ACs were. And so you doubting was actually scaring me. So to see the look on your face, I wish we would have recorded it because the look on your face was priceless.
It really was. I can be 100% honest with you. When I turned on the AC for the first time after installing it, I truly was shocked. I really didn't believe it was going to be as quiet as it was.
It's made a huge difference, not only in the living area, but also in the bedroom. So we try to save the AC out here in the evenings if we need the AC on through the night. We like to give this one a break and use the one in the bedroom, but I can't sleep when we run it in the bedroom because it is so loud. And so to be able to have this and get a peaceful night of sleep it's incredible. It's made such a difference, and we can honestly say so worth the purchase. So I know the biggest question is, how do you find a remote job? And I'm going to share my 4 biggest resources for remote jobs that I've used over the years and give you another little tip as well. The first one is Real Ways to Earn Money Online. These will all be in the description below. This one, they screen the jobs and the employers, and they do not post any scam jobs. It is wonderful. It is such a good website. So Real Ways to Earn Money Online. Number 2 would be Rat Race Rebellion. Again, I'm pretty sure that they screen the jobs, but this is a really, really good place to look for jobs as well. The third one is Flex Jobs. This one you do have to pay for, but I have paid for it in the past, and they have very, very good job listings on Flex Jobs. And the last one is Indeed. And I know when a lot of people hear Indeed, we all cringe, because I know last summer when I was looking for my job, I totally fell for a scam. But I learned a lot from that, and I'm going to share some of that. But last summer's job and this summer's job were both found on Indeed. So I would encourage you to stick it out. Some tips if you are looking for jobs on Indeed. If you were contacted about a job that you've applied for, I would recommend that you pay attention to email addresses. If you're getting an email from somebody at gmail.com, it's probably not a legit job. If you're getting an email address where the name of the company is at the end of the email address, like Laurie at healthcareonline.com, that's going to be a much more legit email address, and you can probably trust that that's a real employer reaching out to you. Another thing you can do is research the company. I highly recommend you go to the website of the company, read about the company, read about the people you'll be working with, and just make sure that it's actually a legit company. And then you can also look for employee reviews. I do that as well to see if people are actually happy working at that company. That's important. So those are some things you can do when you're looking for jobs on Indeed. I got a lot of messages for jobs that I applied for. They looked like legit jobs when I would apply for them, but then I would get messages that would say, or text even, because I would have my phone number on my resume, and the text would say, download this app or this app so that we can have an interview with you. That's a huge red flag, and obviously not something you probably want to pursue. And the last tip I would give you in looking for a remote job is you don't just have to rely on all those websites that kind of funnel all the jobs into one place. If there are companies that you love their products or their services, you can go to those websites directly and scroll down to the careers page and see if there's a job that might be a good fit for you. You can do this with RV companies, with RV products, like anything. It just depends where your passions lie. If you love beauty, healthcare, all of these things, go directly to those company websites. It's a great place to find a job.
So just to clarify, we are still work camping and still plan to work camp. When Laurie was referring to her remote job last summer, that was due to a work camping job that fell through, and we had to pivot and come back home to Michigan. Once again, this season we had to pivot due to our son's diagnosis, and we're back in Michigan, and I am once again hacking work camping, but we do still plan to work camp.
We have learned with work camping, hacking work camping, and remote work, they all fit really well together.
We have used all of those options to sustain ourselves, but primarily we have work camped only, and we've been able to sustain ourselves just on that.
It's really nice to be able to have a remote job and to be able to have a good schedule that works for you. The schedule I'm working right now is wonderful. We feel it's going to be a great fit for us when we hit the road again. And also, work camping combined with somebody working remote works really well because you get your site for free and you can still earn an income. So we like the thought of this as we move forward once we are able to get back on the road, and it even works well with hacking work camping as well. We will have all the links in the description below for everything that was mentioned in today's video. And thank you again to Wacko Products for sponsoring today's video.
Now get out there and wander.